Hello, Erica. So wonderful to see you here. So talk to me. Tell me a little bit for our listeners now. Just give me the 30-second background on you.
Oh gosh. See, I get those questions and sometimes I want to go into like the 30-hour background on me,
That's
which is
why
not what we're looking for. So I am the founder of Catchline Communications, and I've been a freelance writer and freelance editor for well over a decade now. And part of what I do with my business is help primarily coaches and consultants, basically experts in their field, learn how to write, pitch, and publish articles in industry trade journals and business magazines like Inc., Entrepreneur, Harvard Business Review, that type of thing.
It's awesome. And Erica is amazing. So what we're here to talk about today is your take on how humanity has or doesn't have a place in business.
More, please, is the biggest thing that comes to mind. And, it's such a good question because it can go in so many different directions. And I think for folks like me, I've always struggled in the traditional workforce, in part because I like to bring my whole self to a job. And, there was just an article the other day that was like, don't bring your whole self to a job. And I think that's a big part behind this idea of quiet quitting. If you don't feel like you are valued for all of yourself, well, okay, I have a job description and it says boom, boom, boom. So I do boom, boom, boom. And I think the more we can bring humanity into the workplace, into the work that we do, into every aspect of our lives, and work is such a huge component for many of us of our lives, the better, the happier people will be, the easier it will be to create a sense of belonging and to create powerful teams and to help each other through this like crazy thing we call life. That kind of goes back to like my core belief is the reason we are here, every single one of us, is to help each other get through this thing and do it a little bit better. So I don't understand why there would ever be a difference between doing that in the workplace, doing that in your school, doing that in your community, doing that in your family.
So well said, Erica. I love your authenticity. It's fantastic. And we've had conversations about the fact that may, it may maybe not resonate with everyone, but your people will be so drawn to you. Do you how do you feel about that?
And I think some of it is just, we get caught up with this idea of authenticity and transparency. And it's like, it does not mean that I need to air my dirty laundry or say every single thing that I think. Because sometimes like we all have a shadow side of ourselves and she can be a bit snarky. And sometimes it's like, she just needs to outlet someplace else. And then take that information and take the learning from it because something triggered that snarky reaction, and dig into that deeper so you can have a more intelligent conversation about it that isn't attacking, that isn't, that isn't super defensive, that isn't all of those bad things. So I think there's so much joy and freedom for me in being able to show up as myself without the armor. And I used to have to go to work with armor on and tamped down and like making sure that I was protected. And that's not the case now. And it allows me to be more creative, more fully engaged. It's also, I'm perfectly happy. I am not everybody's cup of tea. And that's 100% okay.
I love that.
Yeah. And it's just, so some of it is just that self-awareness and that confidence and comfort that comes in part with age and experience. That's certainly a big piece of it. And that comes with just saying, okay, like, this is who I am. Like, this is who you are. Awesome. We either resonate or we don't, and both are 100% okay.
I love that. So is there anything that you have like, purpose-wise or something that draws you as far as contributing beyond the business side?
So I am relatively new to my community. I moved back to Connecticut in a very diverse community, which makes me very, very happy. Because I see that very much as a source of strength. So I've been getting more involved with, there's a place called Spark Makerspace here in New London, and it's the coolest thing ever. It's sort of like recess for adults, because they have like a glass fusing studio. They have a printmaking studio. They have a wood shop. They have a sewing studio. They have all of these things that you can do. And in learning these new skills, you get to also play with other people in the community. So that's been one thing I've been getting very involved in. And we have an organization called Fresh Start, which basically helps settle refugees in this area. So I've been just getting to know them as well, because again, we're all humans. Like, where should humanity not be on this planet? And so how can we help each other? And that's been another organization that I've been learning more and more about, because it's something that I really love and appreciate, is bringing, giving people a safe place to be and to be fully themselves. And if, I love to travel. So if I can get to know other people and their culture and, let's be honest, their food, I am in.
You know what I loved, Erica? I loved it. Where should humanity not be?
Yeah.
That's a great takeaway. That's what humanity is about, our oneness, our wholeness. I love this. And thank you so much, Erica.
Oh, thank you, Heather. This was wonderful.